A truck rolls into a quarantine zone, immediately sprayed down by hazmat crews. The driver asks what's happening. A guard calmly says, "Just a minor leak in the biotech district, nothing to worry about." He drives on, distracted by his phone, and suddenly hits something, a deer. Relieved his truck is fine, he leaves it behind. But moments later, the animal twitches back to life. Meanwhile, Seok-woo is buried in work, juggling stock trades, ignoring troubling news about dying fish. His assistant enters, and Seok-woo coldly orders him to dump everything tied to the company. Later, parked in his car, he argues with his ex-wife. Their daughter, Suan, wants to visit her mother for her birthday. He insists she can't travel alone. At home, his mother greets him. Upstairs, he overhears Suan on the phone, promising her mom she'll take the train by herself. He steps in, trying to convince her to wait a week until he's less busy. He even hands her a birthday gift early, something he already gave her once before. Disappointed, she quietly says all she really wants is to see her mom. That night, Seok-woo's mother reminds him, this isn't just his crucial period, it's Suan's childhood. She leaves him with a recording of the recital he missed. Watching her sing, seeing the sadness in her eyes, he finally decides he'll take her to Busan. On the road, he tries to turn her missed recital into a life lesson, nearly crashing into an ambulance as a military convoy storms past. Ash begins to fall from the sky. In the distance, fires rage. At the station, the train readies for departure. Passengers board, a baseball team, a pair of sisters, families, workers. Seok-woo and Suan slip into their seats as he makes a quick work call, promising he'll be back before lunch. Then, just before the doors close, a young woman stumbles inside, wounded, hiding her bitten leg. As the train pulls away, chaos sparks outside, a man attacking station staff. Inside, passengers notice strange behavior, a panicked man locked in a bathroom, muttering that everyone's dead. No one believes him. The bitten girl collapses in the aisle, convulsing. Most passengers look away, unaware of the horror about to erupt. Seok-woo wakes to his phone ringing. Suan is gone. His assistant warns him something's happening nationwide. He hangs up, searching for her. On the train, passengers watch chaos on TV. The bitten girl suddenly rises, fully turned. She lunges at the attendant, who's bitten instantly. The infection spreads like wildfire. The baseball team, the staff, anyone in reach. Screams echo through the cars. Seok-woo races to find his daughter. Suan hides in a bathroom as the zombies swarm. People rush past them. The chief attacked and turned in seconds. Seok-woo grabs Suan, running as a tidal wave of bodies crashes after them. Nearby, Sang-hwa shields his pregnant wife, Seong-kyung. A woman is bitten right in front of them. He tries to help but is pulled into the struggle. Seok-woo slams a door shut just as Sang-hwa fights a zombie off and locks it in a bathroom. Together they hold the door, realizing the creatures can't open it. Seong-kyung covers the glass, blocking their sight, buying precious time. The conductor announces they won't stop at the next station. Yeon-suk demands answers over the intercom, but the order is clear. Keep moving. Seok-woo takes a call from his mother, her voice trembling, begging him to protect Suan. Then, mid-sentence, she turns. He says nothing to his daughter. The train slows, passing another station. Desperate survivors bang on the windows, begging to be let in, until zombies descend, tearing them apart. On TV, a government official calls the outbreaks riots, insists citizens stay calm, trust no fake news, and remain indoors. But online, videos show the truth. Cities burning, people devoured in the streets. Passengers fortify the doors, pulling back to safety. Suan tugs at her father. Her mom's phone isn't working. He sits her down gently, trying to call himself. Fear etched across his face. Gil makes his sister take the seat beside him, so Suan kindly offers hers. Seok-woo scolds her, telling her not to think of others first in times like this. Across the aisle, Sang-hwa still resents him for shutting the door earlier. The conductor announces their next stop, Military forces will be waiting. But Seok-woo overhears Yeon-suk whispering on the phone. That city isn't safe. Worried, Seok-woo steps away to make his own call. Sang-hwa, meanwhile, chats with Soo-an. When she mentions her father's a fund manager, he scoffs, a bloodsucker. The little girl nods, but Seong-kyung softens the moment, offering candy and letting Soo-an feel her baby's kick. On the phone, Seok-woo begs a client for help. He's told the truth. When they arrive, they'll be quarantined. If he wants to survive, avoid the main square and head east. A homeless man overhears everything. The train arrives to a ghostly, silent station. Yeon-suk shoves out first, others trailing behind, bats in hand. Seok-woo leads Soo-an toward the east exit, the homeless man clinging to them. Soo-an wants to warn the others, but her father stops her, breaking her heart. Down the escalators, the crowd marches into the dark. Sang-hwa senses something's wrong. And then, the soldiers appear. Not to save them, but as a raging horde. Zombies tear through the passengers. At the same time Seok-woo's contact calls, he's lost his men. In the hallway, an officer is mauled before his eyes. The homeless man stumbles as the monsters swarm. Seok-woo runs back to Soo-an, just in time to see a zombie closing in. Before it can strike, Sang-hwa grabs her, saving her life. Seong-kyung grabs Soo-an and runs. At the train doors, the baseball team holds the line, slamming it shut as the survivors stumble in. Seok-woo wrestles with a zombie until the homeless man drags him free. Sang-hwa throws the door open, waiting as Seok-woo dives through. Then they all push it closed together. Down the stairs, the horde tears into passengers. Some manage to slip onto the other side of the train, but then the zombies smash through the windows, pouring inside. One crashes onto Jong-gil, but is too broken to bite. Seong-kyung, Soo-an, and the sister pull her to safety as the creatures give chase. An attendant and the cheerleader save her just in time, dragging her into another car. The pregnant woman, Soo-an, and the sister squeeze into a car and pull the homeless man in before the dead swarm. Outside, Yeon-suk insists they leave before it's too late. The cheerleader protests. Her friends are still out there, but the attendant calls the conductor anyway. Sang-hwa finally locks the door, but the glass shatters behind them. As the train pulls away, the men sprint for their lives. Zombies pick off the baseball players one by one. The last freezes in terror until Seok-woo yanks him forward. They leap aboard, Sang-hwa holding off the horde with a shield before climbing in last. In the cabin, the conductor confirms their course. Busan is still open, but he warns they must wait for further orders. Meanwhile, Seong-kyung and the others are trapped between two zombie-packed cars. She spots a toilet, signals, and they cram inside. Just as she shuts the door, a zombie lunges. They shove it back, bracing against the flood of dead outside. Back in the other car, survivors cover the glass doors in fear. Then the conductor's voice cuts through. The train is heading straight to Busan. The cheerleader answers her phone. It's the last baseball player. He apologizes. No one else from the team made it. At the same time, Seok-woo tries calling Soo-an, only to hear Sang-hwa's voice. She's with him, trapped in a toilet in car 13. The baseball player adds, others are stranded in car 15. The men prepare a rescue. Sang-hwa takes point, the boy in the middle, Seok-woo at the rear. They wait for the next tunnel. As soon as darkness falls, they charge in. Zombies swarm, but the three fight ferociously. Sang-hwa's bare hands breaking skulls, Seok-woo striking at his side, the boy swinging his bat with fury. The next car is worse, teeming with zombie teammates. The boy freezes at the sight. Sang-hwa shoves him clear and takes the brunt, fists flying. Seok-woo grabs a bat, but together they're quickly overrun. Then the train plunges into another tunnel. The undead falter in confusion. Seok-woo distracts them with noise, giving the group just enough time to slip past. Seconds before the light returns, and chaos erupts again. Breathing hard between cars, Seok-woo hatches a plan. Using their phones as bait, they slip into the next dark tunnel. He calls Sanghua's phone, luring the horde to the sound, and they slip through without a fight. At last, they reach the toilet, reunited with Suan and the others in relief. They push onward. The baseball player guides more survivors into another toilet when the tunnel comes. Seok Woo calculates the time between darkness and light, while the boy texts his girlfriend in car 15. She beams with hope, announcing to the passengers that he's alive. But Yeon-suk spreads fear. He insists they might be infected. The others begin to agree. The cheerleader pleads with the attendant to help, but even he sides with Yeon-suk. As the next tunnel arrives, Seok-woo leads the group out. With zombies blocking the path, they crawl along the luggage racks above, inching forward in silence. Finally, he distracts the creatures below, guiding the others safely down into the car. The group pushes into the next car. The homeless man stumbles and Seok-woo pulls him up, but they're trapped as the train bursts from a tunnel. Seok-woo counts down for their dash, but the man steps on a soda can, drawing the horde. They still make it through, though a zombie jams the door. Sanghua holds it shut as the others scramble. At the far end, the baseball player pounds on the locked door to car 15. Inside, Yeon-suk and the passengers refuse to open it, silencing the cheerleader when she protests. Seok-woo rushes to Sanghua's side, but in the struggle, Sanghua is bitten. Desperate, the group smashes their way into the next car. The baseball player tries to pull through, but Yeon-suk shoves him back. A fight erupts between the survivors on both sides. Seong-kyung moves toward her husband, but Sanghua stops her. He orders Seok-woo to protect her, apologizing as he grows weaker. The door splinters and zombies pour in. Sanghua makes his last stand, holding them back so the others can escape. Seok-woo drags Suan and Seong-kyung through, but In-gil is left behind. Furious, Seok-woo slams Yeon-suk against the wall, calling him a bastard. Yeon-suk screams that Seok-woo is infected, turning the car against him. One by one, the survivors push Seok-woo, Suan, Seong-kyung, and the homeless man into the vestibule. Even the attendant agrees. The cheerleader refuses to stay with the cowards. She joins the baseball player in the vestibule. Soon, Jong-gil sees her zombified sister at the other door. In grief, she opens it. The horde floods car 15, wiping them all out. Meanwhile, the conductor radios for Busan, but hears nothing, only sees fires consuming the city. Seok-woo finally speaks softly to Suan, promising he'll take her to her mom for her birthday. Later, his assistant calls. Busan's defenses are holding, but the truth slips out. The outbreak started with their company. The train lurches to a halt. A blockade. The conductor announces he'll search for another train. Survivors brace themselves. Yeon-suk and the attendant emerge from hiding, alive in a toilet stall. The conductor finds one train crawling with zombies, abandons it, and searches for another, an empty one waiting in the yard. Yeon-suk shoves the attendant into the zombies, saving only himself. Moments later, a burning train crashes through, splitting the survivors apart. The baseball player shields the cheerleader, but Yeon-suk forces his way in, leaving her behind. She turns in the boy's arms, biting him as he breaks down in grief. Meanwhile, Seok-woo, Suan, Seong-kyung, and the homeless man are trapped beneath a collapsing car. Yeon-suk races for the train, abandoning even the conductor who tries to help. Seok-woo forces open a way out, but the homeless man stays behind to block the horde so the others can escape. They sprint after the moving train, chased by a wave of zombies piling on top of each other. Seok-woo fights them off, finally pulling his daughter and Seong-kyung aboard. But inside the cabin waits Yeon-suk, half-turned, begging for life before the infection takes him. He lunges. Seok-woo wrestles him down, chains himself to the train, and hurls him away, only to realize he's been bitten. With time running out, he locks Suan and Seong-kyung safely inside, showing them how to stop the train. His daughter clings to him, sobbing, but he pries free and steps outside. As memories of her birth flood his mind, he makes his final choice, leaping from the train before he can turn. At last, Jung Kyung and Suan reach the end of the tracks, forced to continue on foot through ruins and bodies. They step into a dark tunnel, soldiers waiting on the other side. A sniper readies his shot, unsure if they're infected. The order comes to fire, until Suan's voice breaks the silence. She sings her recital song, the one her father never got to hear. And with that, the soldiers lower their guns. Survivors are approaching.